the Reverend B. Kevin Smalls with his poem, Prodigal Son.
The day I told my father I didn't need this life was the day I died inside. I asked for my inheritance like applying for a Discover card, but you can never discover what you aren't willing to uncover. So I exceeded my limit before I ever stepped out of the house. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't long before I was enjoying life away from home. I partied all day, all night sometimes, dancing with the stars, never realizing that we were creating scars with each step. After all, guilty feet has no rhythm. Yes, there was substance abuse and human misuse. Everybody was loose. No boundaries. Everybody had passkeys to my pad, to my heart, and to my soul, and who I was had become overcrowded. Money kept that going for a good while. Money doesn't buy everything, though. It can buy friends and Mercedes-Benz, but it can't buy a cure for hunger. Wow, I remembered when I was younger, I never had to worry about starving the way I did when the famine hit. But I couldn't worry about that. I had to humble myself and get what I could. I couldn't believe how fast this party came to a screeching halt. It was all my fault, I thought. I don't know why I had to get to the worst of myself to try to find the best of myself. I couldn't even find the rest of myself until I turned my face toward a familiar place called home. I heard that the devil wears Prada, but what does a prodigal son wear? Then it came to me. Baptismal clothes. Baptism means you can take the kid out of the church, but you can't take the church out of the kid, so I put a lid on these wretched days and slowly made my way back, under the desert sun, absent of the short-lived fun, desperate for someone to speak to me. Who would it be? So I arrived, and with the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, I was at the scene, staring at that screen door, willing to take the risk of being rejected, not accepted. I suspected he would be mad and not glad. To my surprise, I felt the sunrise on my new life. As he stood there rejoicing, I was home. We wept. I was his inheritance, and fessed up that I messed up, and only against him, and if he'd take me back, I would never give him any more smack about rules and conditions, no more negative transmissions of my ungratefulness. See, it's never too late for this kind of love, that hopes all things, endures all things, and believes all things. Then the real party started, and it didn't stop. My wealth was restored, as was my health. My rhythm and my dance were one, and it felt so good to be connected. And I wish I could tell my friends that this is the real thing, that you don't have to be infected with all the diseases that ruled our lives like HIV, but you can be affected with HIS. His love is enough, but I detected some tension. As I came in, I hadn't noticed my brother stepped out. How sad it is when your own family can't rejoice in your recovery. Stand by me. I wanted to ask my brother, my older brother who would not grow up or show up at my party because he was jealous, and his perspective needed a corrective, but only God could supply this directive, and I prayed that he would come around. That's all we can do. But as for you, I see you standing at that same screen door, wondering if you should knock or go back for more. I see you traumatized by the hateful look of your unwelcoming brother. I see you hypnotized by your own self-image of failure, but you still have a prayer. Reach for the knob. Take the key out of your pockets and know that the clock ticks, but for how long, we don't know. Open the door. Let your father's acceptance shower you. Let your brother's temperance teach you to say good riddance if you have to. Let your story be your song, praising your Savior all the day long. And while you stand there and contemplate this move, notice that the screen door you reach for is already squeaking on its groove with the sound of new life as it opens to you. So what you gonna do? Go on in. No excuses. And until we meet again, deuces.